Hi, this is Mahesh Kosuri. Here we are going to discuss of SAP Analytics Cloud and a new series of analytics. This is my first session in the analytics of the SAP Analytics Cloud tool. My previous sessions all are related to the planning. The planning sessions will be continued, but analytics side, this is the first one. Okay, as we all know that why do we need the analytics tool? Because users data, users transaction data and master data, we need to they are interested to analyze the data set, right? Like how much of sales volumes by region, by customer, by country, and they want to see their data in the chart wise also, pictorial also, they want to see their data, like geo maps, or the charts, or the pie charts, or the bar charts, or the horizontal charts, or the table formats, right? So different type of pictorial views, they want to see the data. Even in fact, they can analyze their data using some predictive library tools also. So these are all the features nowadays are available in Analytics Cloud tool also. There are in the market, there are different type of reporting tools, analytical tools, we can say. More competitive ones are the Tableau and Power BI, right? But analytics tool, this is, as I said, like this is the cloud based tool actually. So entire report we built on the cloud only, on the cloud in the sense like URL only. There is no desktop client, just like in the Power BI or Tableau. You install the desktop client into your system, then you connect, you do the connections, and you bring your data on the desktop. First, you complete all your design, then you can publish either in the Power BI or Tableau, right? But here that is not the case. Here, entire reports we build on the uh, web only. Let us start to create a small report first, okay? So here, I'm going to use the file only, flat file only here also, okay? As this is the trial version. So my trial version may be available only for next 10 days. So I will try to complete maximum how much I can complete in the next 20 days. Okay. So here you see all these models and story dashboards and some data actions. These are all related to the planning actions. Okay. Now, when it comes to the analytics, first we need to bring our data set into the SAC system. Here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one data set object. This data set is not this data set especially we use to build the reports quickly without any effort of modeling the objects, modeling the data. If you don't want any modeling of the data, like dimensions, create, maintaining the attributes, maintaining the hierarchies, just simply connect to your connection and bring the data, and you analyze your data in whatever one you way. So that's there we use this data set actually. Let us create one data set here, okay? And before creating the data set, let us understand the connections also first, okay? Because this is the first series in analytics. Those who are interested in analytics only, they may get confused if I skip the connections. So that's why here you can see the connections icon, you can see, right? If you click on these connections, here you can see already available connections. You can see here, you can see the plus icon, add connection. If you go, these many connection types are available in SAP Analytics Cloud. This side they given only the SAP related things, and of course there are other non-SAP related connection types. Here also you can see, so these many connection types are available in Analytics Cloud. And one important thing is here, you can see connect to the live data and acquired data. The name suggesting like this is the live data means we connect to source system, we fetch the data from there to SAC without storing our data in the Analytics Cloud tool. Whereas the acquired data, it will fetch all the data into, or it fetch all the data in the sense whatever the data we require, that data we can bring and store into our cloud system. So that is the difference. Of course, there are some limitations and pros and cons also with the live data and acquired data. In our coming sessions, I will explain those things here. Okay. So these connections I'm not going to use for now, as because as I said, like this is the trial version. I can work on the flat file data only. That's why here I'm directly going to the data set now. So this is my data set. Here I'm going to create one data set, select source file. Here you select your file, flat file. Now you select your any sheet in your workbook. I am selecting here, uh, let me select, yeah, order volume actuals I am selecting. Okay. So I have maintained some data in this sheet. Okay. So let us import this one. Analytics. This is order volume actuals I'm keeping. Order volume actuals. Order volume actuals. Let me save this one in my folder. So I have saved this folder. I have saved this data set in some particular folder. Now it is creating our data set by importing the Excel data into it. So if you observe this data set, you can notice one interesting thing. When you create the model and trying to import the data into it, you might have observed one functionality here, right? Data management functionality there you can see, and you can see the mapping map to the facts and mapping to the properties, and finally loading the data. So four steps you might have observed in my previous videos. If you go to the third or fourth videos, you can see that one. Okay, here that is not the case. There is no dimension at all, no attributes at all. Every column we consider it as the dimension itself. Every column we consider it as the dimension itself. And order units, the system understand that based on its values, system understood that it is the measure. So system has proposed it is the measure. So these are the rest of our system proposed as the dimension. Okay. Is there any kind of attributes can we maintain? Let us go here. You just you can maintain the transformations only. Okay. You can maintain only transformations. And if you go here, even here is also, you can see add coordinates, delete, change to a measure. That options are there. But when you go to the models, you might have noticed that dimension table and change it to the attributes or change it to the measure. So you might have noticed that one, right? Dimension table. Here there is no more dimension table. Okay, so these are simply the every column system considered as a dimension in this data set. Okay, so if you want to maintain any transformations, you can maintain by taking this one. Here I will maintain one transformation. What transformation I will maintain? Actually, I want to. Oh, okay, this is only USA values we have. Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, what I'm going to do here? No, let us complete first this one. Okay, okay. So we have done some order volume actuals data set we have created. Okay, now if you want to complete your transformations, you can complete, and here you can see re-import data. Let us go and see this feature is available in other applications. I mean other even the models also. Let us go and see and what happens here. Okay, here I want to re-import the data, whether this data will be added to our existing one or will it override. That's what I want to see here. Okay, anyhow, order volume forecast we have. Okay, this one also I will add, but there is no version here, just simply I'm adding forecast data. It is acquiring, it is re-importing. Re-importing is here whether it is adding the data to the existing set or simply will it override. Re-import completed. So this one is simply appended the data, right? UK and USA data you can see now. Whatever the data we have loaded, that data we are able to add to the existing data set. So this is one interesting feature you can see here, re-import data in the data set. Not only here, even in the modeler also, you can see that kind of. Especially the data set, this is more useful, right? Uh, here, as said, like source file, it is okay. There is no connections. Generally, if you maintain the connections, either the S4 HANA or HANA or BW for HANA, whatever the connections you maintain, you can schedule them actually. Okay, so I have loaded here. Okay, now there is no data management also. You can see here. Okay, no more data management for this data set. That's cool. 203 rows are there, 7 columns are there. So this is how we maintain the data set. So ad hoc reports, if you want to create any ad hoc reports, save it, sorry. If you want to create any ad hoc reports, so for that data set is more useful for you. So this is the data set I have created. Now let us create our first story. Okay. To create the story, here is your stories link, right? The story dashboard. Here you can see this icon. This is the stories. So here first I'm creating the canvas. There are these many stories you can create, story types you can create, responsive, canvas, grid, and from a smart discovery also you can create a story dashboard. Let us first focus on the canvas. This is all easy for us to understand. Okay. Responsive is like just if you want to build any mobile responsive screens, you can use that one also. So these are all we have discussed previously. Once again, I'm discussing here in this analytics series also. Optimized design experience. This is the new version of the SAC. It is almost like for last 1.5 years I am seeing this kind of feature. Okay, classical design experience is the previous one. I mean, old version. It is almost they are deprecating this one. So you need to migrate your classical dashboards to the optimized dashboards. Now let us go and create dashboard. This is the first screen of the story dashboard. Here you can see the left side, you can see some widgets, assets. First of all, assets and outline and filters. Let us go with assets first. If you are familiar with any web application, any websites, generally first we create the assets. Assets are nothing but like images or any buttons, radio buttons, or any other images. So those are all the things we consider them as the assets of that particular website. The same way, SAP also have provided us assets. So here you can see the widgets, right? They are classifying like either widgets or filters or test inputs you can maintain or containers you can maintain in your dashboard or starters you can maintain embedding these objects and others. So these are all type of objects you can maintain in your story dashboard. Now the major thing in this analytical dashboard is the embedding these objects only. Rest of all are SAP delivered more customer or user friendly functions. Just drag and drop those functions, and users also they can simply activate them. Let us see every function here. Okay, how do we bring the data into this dashboard first? Here they have given right insert either table or bar chart. This is the input control. That's fine. Here, if you go to the plus icon, here you can see all the assets. Here again, you can see right. So here you can go with table or you can go with insert. If you go to the right side panel, there is the left side panel and right side panel, right? The right side panel is showing the styles, and to build your content, please select a chart, table, or geomap widget or one of the other objects. Whatever you want to select here, you can select it from these widgets, right? So if you go to the chart or from here itself, you can select the chart. If you want to close this one, you can close it and you go here. Here is the left side panel. Okay. If you click on it, again, it will be open. The same way, the right side panel also. Okay. Now let us first focus on the table because we are very familiar with the table data, right? Tabular format. If you go to the table, here, what you want to select? Do you want to select the existing model or no model? Okay, let us first select the model. In fact, here you see select data set or model. So even though it is showing the model, you can select your model or data set. Here you see whatever objects we have saved. All these objects are available. This is what I have saved. Order volume actuals. That is the data set, right? So first, once you connect to your table, the system will show you the system will select by default measures in your column. This is the first thing we need to remember. So it will show you aggregated data here. Now you can focus on. Now you can select your required dimensions in the rows. So here, this is the one tabular format. You can see here there are some, unless you specify, unless you highlight this one, you cannot drag and drop, or else you just highlight this one and bring to the wherever you need, you can bring it to that place. If you don't want to move this table from this place, just to go here, you can see for each dimension header, disable mouse actions, you can see, right? If you go to this disable mouse actions, you can see the lock icon. Now it is no longer movable. No longer movable. This is okay. But okay, that's fine. Let us lock for some time. Now let us first bring the data into the row level data. Let's publish data here. Okay, here add dimensions I'm selecting in the rows. Whatever the dimensions you want to display here, you select in the order. First I'm selecting the variant, subregion, and entity. Suppose you can see first variant, subregion, and an entity. These values have been selected in this order. Or if I unselect here, unselect this, then first I select the entity, then subregion, then variant. So the same order they are coming, right? Based on our selections, the order it is getting formed. Now entity, subregion, and variant. Of course, you select the period, and it is showing the period also here. If you want to select some other dimensions, you can select your dimensions into this row. Okay. Here, once the required data set has been added, you can see one scroll bar. You can scroll it like this. Now you see the period it is showing in the hierarchy parent node only it is showing. So you can expand it if you want. If you want, you can expand. All expanded 24 and Q1 like this it is expanded. Instead of expansion, if you want to display only the leaf members of this parent node, you just go to the period here, and here you select hierarchy, and hierarchy here it is showing show only leaves in widget. See, a flat presentation, or directly you can select the flat presentation. Okay, both the ways you can show only the leaves in the widget. I'm selecting show only leaves in widget, so I can show the data in this way. Now table we have displayed here, right? In the same way, you can display other charts also by clicking on this insert. Here, once you select the insert bar chart, once you bring here, here it is showing available objects. Here you see currently selected chart. Sorry, selected selected chart it is showing. It means you can select these many charts in your dashboard. Let's go with the simple one first. Pie chart. Let me unlock this one. So I will move it to the top. Okay, cool. So this one also I will make it in the correct way. Okay, once I select this chart, whatever, either the bar chart or the pie chart, whatever we select, the system will open builder panel here. You can see builder. Okay, what is my selection is pie chart it is, and it is telling us measures. At least you select one measure here. What measure we select here? Order units. Only order units. One measure. It looks like it is having only order units. Order units I have selected. But what about my other filters? At least one dimension we need to require to get the colors based on the order units. So what I am selecting here, period I am selecting, because we know different periods are there. Okay, different periods are there, and these different periods, level 1 we are showing the data here. Okay, but I want to apply flat presentation. Okay, this is cool, right? So I have selected the period here. I have selected the flat presentation. If you go to the here, change hierarchy, you can see the flat presentation. Based on it, your the system will apply the default colors onto it, and it is the pie chart is getting the percentages. So this is yeah, this is the pie chart built by the system itself, right? And if you want to add dimensions and its threshold, also you can add it here. Then you can see some other functions here, right? Chart add-on, custom add-ons, chart properties. First, let us go with the chart properties. Value properties, value settings, zero suppression. We know that zero suppressions. If any value is having the zero here, that row will be suppressed. And view mode, disable interaction, enable data analyzer, and data refresh, always refresh, refresh active widgets only, always pause. So this is all depending on our requirement. Generally, we go with this one. Refresh active widgets only. It means if you go here, if you select this one, then this widget will be refresh. Always refresh in the sense whenever I go with other like link dimensions or something else, then the data will be refreshed in this pie chart also, or in the other bar chart also. Of course, these are the pie chart properties we are talking, right? So like that also it will be refreshed. And disable interaction. So we want to maintain the interacting with this pie chart. That one also we can achieve by using this disable interaction. What else we can add here? As I said, like here you can see available objects. If you go here, what are the available objects? These are all the available objects from your data set. Okay, to understand your data set, once you click on these available objects, if any calculations are there, we can add, and if any input controls are there, we can add. What are the measures and what are the dimensions are there in your either the data set or the model. Now you can build the same kind of dashboard by selecting one more chart also. Let me close this one. Okay. So here what I'm going to do, let us go with stacked area. Okay. There are different advantages, limitations, and pros and cons for every bar chart or any chart in this in this dashboard. As this is only the introduction, just I am giving you very simple scenarios how this would be the useful for the customer on customers, how they can simply they can build on their own by simply dragging and dropping and selecting the required measures or objects into this builder panel. So here if you go to the stack area measures, and here you can take measures and select your dimension also. Same, I am selecting the period here. Again the same problem in the sense this is the hierarchy, So you need to maintain your hierarchy in the flat presentation. So here period I have selected, same as usual. Go to the hierarchy, show only leaves in widget. So you can build your stack chart here. Stacked area also you can build here like this. Okay. And there are different charts are there, as you said, like if you go for insert, again you can see how many charts are there here, almost 30 charts, right? Almost these many charts we can 21 charts are there here. So almost 21 charts are here. This 21 plus table, we can say 22 charts, 22 type of charts. Of course, bar column again you can build in the horizontal and vertical bar charts also you can build. So what I'm going to do in the coming session, I will show you each chart and its importance and what are the limitations for each chart. Actually, these are all can be done by the user itself, right? Very simple functionality here. But there are more complexity when it comes to designing the complex analytical designer actually. As I said, like this is the URL, right? This one is the URL, right? There is no desktop client. Just by simply connecting to the URL and we are building our report here. Let us save this report first. I'm saving this report. What is this one? Order volume actuals. Currently only very simple basic functionality only I have taken. I am saving this one in my folder. Okay, this one I have not added anything. Okay, let me complete it. Let me take the waterfall. Okay, this one is the waterfall. So again, measure we need to select order units only we have here. Okay, and add the dimension, same period I'm adding. Mostly the date wise only they see the data, right? And rest of all they can maintain as the input control here. So the same thing I am doing here. Period I'm taking, and let us take the hierarchy as usual. Let us put it into the flat presentation so that we can see one waterfall waterfall also here. Okay, that's fine. Three charts I have maintained here, right? And and this is the data set we have used here, right? Data set we have used here, and three charts we have embedded in this story dashboard, and we have saved it. And once you save this one, if you want to share this report with anyone, here you can see share button. If you click on this, you can simply share with your users the same features, right? If you are familiar with Power BI or Tableau, the same features you can see there also. But after publishing your report onto that portal, Power BI online portal, once you publish, then you can share it. Right here, straight away, you can share by clicking on the shared link, and you can give the access also. What kind of access you want to give? Full control, it means they can edit and they can change the authorizations for that one also. And if you want to maintain any custom, this is interesting thing, right? If you want to maintain any custom access, you can maintain the custom access also. Entire report, if you look at, as I said, like this is entirely the web UI page, right? The backend generally, if you are aware of any web applications front end, what we do, we build the web applications by using the HTMLs, JavaScript, and CSS files. These three are very, very common, right? Nowadays, people are using some other technologies like Angular and React and Node.js. Those are all they are using. But the primarily the basic technology is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Actually, here is also we use CSS and JavaScript when the complexity is more into this report. Complexity in the sense like, say, suppose if user asks you keep radio buttons here or submit buttons or square select boxes, so those kind of things, if user expects those kind of things, just like if just like uh, you can take any uh, flight booking portals, how we design that portal, and based on the selections the data will be retrieved, right? So the same way this dashboard also we can design by using scripts. So the scripts also we can we can write the scripts also here. You can see the scripting, right? Here you can see all the scripts you can write: script variables, script objects, and calendar integration. So these many things we can work on this analytics dashboard. So for now, I will stop this one. Okay, the coming session I will start to work on this. First basics we understand. Okay, then after 4 or 5 sessions, then I will start to work on these scripts. My main focus is on scripts only. Okay, just to only to understand these basics, I'm giving this kind of content here. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.